What's up, collectors? Hope everybody is doing well. Today we have another vintage lot from eBay. This one has about 570 cards in it. I'm not going to take you through all of them, but I'm going to show you around this lot. So let's get right into it. I like this lot because it has a bit of everything as far as vintage. Starting off with some 54s. These are rough shape for sure, but they're vintage, and the price, I'll talk about the price as I go on. It was okay. We got some 59s here. As you can see, real rough. We got some punches. These are mostly for my collection. And what that means is I don't really care that much about the quality of these cards. For most of my sets, I'm building very rough sets. Some 60s, as you can see. Very rough sets, and you know, as I come across better cards, I will replace them. But as far as fillers, I do not mind. So I paid 138 bucks for this. In full transparency, that's probably a bit of an overpay, and I was coming off losing a lot about hours before that had a ton of really great stuff on it, so I think I was a little quick to pull the trigger on this one. Is it a swing and miss? No, because most of this is PC stuff. It's a lot of early 60s cards and 70s cards, so great for my set building. But it's probably around what you would expect to pay, maybe retail, possibly a little better. I'm not sure exactly. Honestly, it's tough. You can see these, you know, trimmed. Too bad. You know, some of them are nice, some of them are trimmed. Even, you know, kind of cruddy versions of these 60s cards, late 50s, I think it's really tough if you lot them up to get a better price than like 40, 50, 60 cents a piece, depending on who you have. So, you know, at 138 bucks, I bought about 570 cards, which puts each one of these cards at about a quarter. So, you know, not ideal what I'd like to be paying. We got a couple of these 62s, but, you know, not terrible. I'm not underwater for sure. A couple 64s. So most of these are the commons I'm showing off. You know, look at that. You get some graffiti on there, but still 65s. I'll take it for this set. Most of these are the commons, and I've kind of put some of the better cards in top loaders, so we'll run through those at the end. A big pile of 66s. As we get further into the decades, more modern, the cards start to get a little better. So those 66, you know, I would call them good. Maybe a few very goods, definitely some pours and fairs. These 67s, these are a little rougher than the 66s, but still pretty cool. I like that you kind of, buying one of these, you get to see a little bit of everything, which is fun for me. And definitely, I knew I could see some of the cards in the images, but there was still a bit of a surprise there, so that's always fun as well. These 69s are in decent shape, honestly. I'll take this quality all day long, and I think you'd be hard pressed to get 24 cents a piece on these, to be honest. I could be wrong, and you know, maybe that's eBay prices. I haven't really been at shows. You know, I think if you're diving through show bins, you'd probably get a better price, but as far as eBay goes, I think that's a pretty decent price. 70s, these 70s are also in pretty decent shape. I would definitely call it good. Some of them worse than others, but overall pretty good. Most of these are commons. These that I'm showing you right now are all cards that I don't have, so pretty massive additions to my set builds. Ultimately, I would like to build all the top sets. Some 71s, these are just tough. Always tough to get in nice condition with the borders, as everybody who is collecting knows, but still good for the sets. Some 72s in decent shape. probably close to the 70s, the 69s in quality. Still probably good, I would consider most of these. These are what I, after buying quite a few lots on Beckett Marketplace from some of the big big distributors or collectors, the Burbanks, the Rich and Deals. These are what I, at the end of the day, end up spending about 50 cents a piece on when I'm filling in that last nitty gritty. And I won't really run through these, but these are kind of late 70s, everything from about, 73 to 79, a little bit of everything. So all said and done, I think I picked up probably in the neighborhood of maybe 400 cards that I didn't have in my sets. These are all doubles. I haven't been through these as far as comparing them to the cards I already have, but you know, a few Hall of Famers in here, and might trade up on some of these in my sets and replace the cards I have existing. But you know, I'll eventually lot these up probably and resell them on eBay. And you know, I would expect even these late 70s cards to average out to, you know, around between 10 and 20 cents a piece, somewhere in there, I would hope. So that's kind of the common stuff. Let me show you a few outside of the Topps PC. We got some of these Fleer, I think it's 60 or 61. I think these are 60 and 61 here. What are they, all-time greats or baseball greats? These are okay. Some cool players in there. We got an old Bowman, and we got a Topps mini Johnny Bench. You know, those not really in my PC exactly, but pretty cool. Kind of fun to have examples from some of these sets. And on to the kind of what I would consider, if these were in a dollar bin, I would buy them for sure. So we got a trimmed card, 1960 batting leaders, but even if it's trimmed, it's got Mays and Clemente on it. I would probably spend $1 on that, because anything with Mays and Clemente on it, I'll take vintage. Next, we got another 1960 ERA leaders, Drysdale, pretty cool. We got Hall of Fame manager Al Lopez. I think that's a pretty neat looking card. We got another rough card here, but we got 1963 American batting leaders, Yaz Kaline, pretty nice. 64 pitching leaders, Marichal. We got 65 batting leaders, Tony Oliva, Carl Yastrzemski. Not bad. Rusty Staub. Catfish Hunter from the 69. Doc Ellis rookie from the 69 set. We got the Sporting News, Carl Yastrzemski. Obviously, you can see a big crease in there, but still, I would pay $1 for this card. We got Hoyt Wilhelm, 69 set. We got a very rough Ted Williams. I would still pay $1 for that, though. We got the 70 Hoyt Wilhelm. We got the Harmon Killebrew, Reggie Jackson, 1970 RBI leaders. We got the Juan Marichal, Steve Carlton, Bob Gibson, missing a corner, but still, to get 3 Hall of Famers on one card, I would pay $1 for that all day long. Got Jim Palmer on the 1970 Topps ERA leaders. We got another Phil Niekro, you saw one before. Luis Aparicio. We got a off-center Jim Palmer. We got a very beat-up 1971 Billy Williams. We got a 72 leaders card, Killebrew, Frank Robinson, Reggie Smith. Boyhood Stars, Mr. Joe Torre. We got a Dusty Baker. Home run leaders, Jackson and Stargell. We got Willie Mays on the 74 card. I believe this might be the last card he's actually pictured on. I feel like I heard that in a video recently, but cool one there. Another Dusty Baker. We got Thurman Munson, slightly creased in the corner, but still a Thurman Munson on 76. Got another Dusty Baker here. We got Mr. Carlton Fisk. We got victory leaders Guidry and Perry. And we got actually a pretty decent copy of a 79 Tom Seaver. So what do we think here? I don't know, definitely not a home run like I said. If it weren't for the PC and I was trying to resell this lot, probably did not make financial sense. But as something that's going to go mostly in the PC, we got a bunch of commons to add to the set in front of you. We got a nice stack of what I consider kind of $1 to $2 cards. And you know, overall condition poor, but I still think even if I lotted these up for resale, I would probably make my money back, if not make a little bit of money. So not a home run for sure, but a decent buy. Guys, let me know what you think. Thank you for watching these videos. I try to keep these huge lot ones down, but they creep up in time. So anybody who has hung on this long, I appreciate you. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think this was an okay deal. And let me know if you saw any cards that you enjoyed. All right, take care, guys.